Hello and welcome to MissouriNet.com. Bill Pollock with you, along with Jason West. Once again, Communications Director from MSHSAA, as we look to a very busy week now in fall sports as we get into the playoff mode for a few of the sports. Jason, it's starting to heat up, even though the weather's cooling off. It's starting to heat up in terms of some girls' activities. What do we got going on here this week? In fact, a lot happening today.
Yeah, exactly. Today marks the first of the championship run. Girls golf is already started. Just talked to Don Maurer, our administrator for golf, a few minutes ago, and they were starting the first. Or actually, I think we're about 3 groups in on tee times. So those championships have started in Joplin and Springfield, and they'll continue with a round today and a round tomorrow morning, hopefully, weather permitting. And based on what we're seeing right now, it looks absolutely gorgeous day to be playing golf, let alone for a championship. But later this week, beginning on Thursday, we'll also have the girls tennis team championships. And then Friday and Saturday, we'll have the singles and doubles individual championships, all at the Cooper Tennis Complex in Springfield. So starting a busy week, and that's just in the championships. We still have districts and sectionals and things like that for softball and volleyball and some of the other fall sports.
I mean, you talked about the weather with golf, and I think we touched on this last week too. I mean, we've really lucked out. October is off to a great start. We've had some mild weather, and I don't recall a lot of rainouts, or we've been pretty dry too. So this fall season has gone pretty smooth, hasn't it?
It's gone very smoothly, and knock on wood, we can continue it throughout the next month and a half here, and get through the fall sports without too many weather occasions. We've had some Friday nights with football and lightning and things like that, but really that's, like you said, that's been about it. And so hopefully Mother Nature can continue her good run and helping us out with that.
We're talking with Jason West, Communications Director at MSHSAA. Jason, I failed to mention to you now, we're actually sponsored, so we've got to be on our best behavior.
Yes, we do have people watching and are interested. That's great.
We've got to tighten this thing up a bit, but brought to you by the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, reminding you to protect yourself and those around you by getting your flu vaccine, your best defense against the flu. Stay in the game, get vaccinated, and help us tackle the flu. And to find a clinic near you, go to mo.gov and then click on the flu vaccine locator. So thank them for their sponsorship. Jason, this was a terrible week in terms of sports history in the state of Missouri. When you look at the high levels, you look at all of our pro teams, the Chiefs and the Rams lost yesterday. The Astros lost, or the Royals lost to the Astros. Saturday night, the Cardinals lost to the Cubs. You can even go to our other 5th pro team, the St. Louis Blues lost in Minnesota Saturday night. You had Mizzou, Missouri State, and Southeast Missouri State, all Division I football programs lost. I don't know if there's ever been a time where that many defeats have happened in a span of about 25 hours. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and it didn't get any better at my house as OU lost to Texas. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're the big game Bob there came up short again, huh?
It was just a bad day all the way around. So,
but the weekend did not start off that way. In fact, the longest active losing streak in Missouri high school football ended on Friday. North Shelby finally did it. They beat Missouri Military Academy 34-33. And Jason, they were down 14-0 at one point in this game. But the Raiders come back and they win, and it snapped a streak of 63 straight losses dating all the way back to 2009. Mm-hmm. You know what the longest losing streak is? I mean, that in itself is amazing, but
we did keep track of that for a long time. I believe there was one that was in the 70s, over 70 games before it got snapped. But we stopped keeping track of that a few years ago. So I don't have right off the top of my head who that was, but I believe it may have gotten up in close to 70 games before it got snapped. But North Shelby is a program that has been kind of fighting that teetering on the numbers games and participation there, and those kids and those student athletes have certainly given it 100% for the last several years, and so it's really nice to be able to see them kind of taste that victory in something that they've been longing for several years now.
Well, and you talk about great victories and being able to overcome so much. Here's the comments from their head football coach, Todd Kripe, on their victory Friday night.
Well, we didn't make it to the locker room probably for a half hour after the game was over. However, we have all of our fans and our support they rushed the field, and the kids were pretty excited, and there's a lot of tears shed, and a lot of smiles on the field, and a lot of handshakes, and so a lot of hugs. So it was pretty exciting, and everybody wanted to be a part of it, and it was a pretty special thing to see. I want to thank all the coaches and people around the area and the media in the area who have sent me tweets and text messages and phone calls, and we do appreciate it. We do appreciate the love that we get from everybody, and we try to run the best program we can, and we try to do things the right way, and I think other coaches see that, and so we really appreciate all the support that we get from other coaches in the media as well.
Oh, that's great. And his Twitter feed, Coach Kripe 42, a lot of well wishes and a lot of respect for not only the coaches but the kids for what they had to endure, and then to finally finish off a nasty streak like that. It's a great lesson, a great learning lesson for all of us to not give up.
Right. The perseverance that they've shown is just tremendous. Having to compete against schools that are not only larger than them, but to do it shorthanded, with guys playing two ways, both on offense and defense, and being able, they've come close a couple of other times and just kind of ran out of steam at the end of games. And so it's great to see them being able to get that first win under their belt.
Well, Coach Kripe could probably fit into this category. This Missouri Net Sports Hangout presented by Missouri NEA. If there was a teacher, a coach, or school employee that affected your life in a positive way, they want to know about it. Tell your story at teacherwordsmatter.org for a chance to win $500. And Coach Kripe and North Shelby Raiders football team could certainly fit into that category. Thanks for sponsoring us. Jason, a very busy week and a lot of exciting news on the high school level. As always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yep, and you can check us out every week at MissouriNet.com. We catch up with Jason, and he fills us in on everything that's going on with Missouri high school sports and activities. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch up with you again next week.